Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you.
Hello, and welcome back in the tub for this week's episode, number 234. I'm Mrs. Berg.
Shit,
Did you
I'm
forget who
Mr.
you
Berg. Yeah, I was like, hey, we got a pretty long episode we got to intro here, so it's going to be quick. I sure as heck didn't expect it to be that quick. Mrs. jumping right on in. All right.
Switching it up, keeping it interesting.
Holy shit.
I beat you to it this time.
It
Only
took-
been trying for 3 episodes.
I've been trying for 234 episodes. I mean, shit.
So what do we have going on this week?
So
Now that I totally blew your mind.
All right. Shit. I ain't even had a drink. I've been good since surgery. So, yeah. Well, as I said, it's going to be kind of a quick intro. We have a long interview, full length.
Long but good?
Yes. Our guest this week, veteran in the industry and across many aspects of the adult industry, but as well mainstream, as we talk about throughout this interview and throughout this conversation, really. Robert Morgan got into the industry
Kind of by accident?
Yeah. He talks about kind of by accident back in 2010 and is
What
now...
a ride it's been.
Yes. Just the stories and the experiences. And has launched and rebranded his production company as Freaky Girl Media. Mm-hmm. So he has a partner in this business that he's working with.
He was just on a couple episodes ago.
Yes. And a lot coming down the pipe and the vision of what they want to bring, as well as a few other things kind of in the works. And we talked about some of these actually after we recorded. So really interested to see how all of this grows. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to hop right in to our conversation with Robert Morgan of Freaky Girl Media.
You gotta quit choosing in the hot tub. Don't making the water all fucking gross. You gotta quit choosing in the hot tub. I don't know what this doing in this blue attack. I'm fine, I'm rage. Would you sweep the color away?
Welcome back in the tub. We want to take a quick minute and thank you to Lainey Spicer for bringing our next guest here today. He's an industry veteran with multiple years on both sides of the camera. After a devastating car accident in 2017, he returned with a different view and vision, rebranding and starting Freaky Girl Media, which has done nothing but grow since. He's here today to share his stories and insights from this long ride in this industry. Please take a minute and welcome Robert Morgan.
Thank you for having me.
Again,
I really appreciate me being here. I really appreciate you guys letting me be here.
yeah, and again, we appreciate it. Anytime we can get, as we shared before we started recording, new people in to learn more and get different insights on their end of the industry and them as a person, it's always fun.
Has anybody ever told you you have a great radio voice?
Hey, it definitely is a radio voice.
It really is. Like, you should be a shock jock or something like that. But it can capture people. It's very enamoring.
Appreciate that.
Actually, we were recently told by a friend that listens to the podcast that he listens to it when he's going to sleep to help him relax.
Oh,
There
I
you go.
forgot he did say that. I was like, I don't know. if
Yeah,
that's
you have
good
one
or
of those
bad.
voices. Yeah.
It's soothing. All right.
Good call on the levels, though.
Nice. So, as we get comfortable and before we get started, can you let the listeners know where can they find you online and on social media?
So you can find us at Freaky Girl Media on Twitter. And then on Instagram, I've gotten so many Instagram accounts because Instagram has blocked me.
I was going to say,
start over.
As we were researching, there were three different ones that were gone.
Yes. So it's FGM 4.0. So it's Freaky Girl Media 4.0. It's just abbreviated. It's FGM 4.0.
Awesome.
That's why I did that, because every time I would spell it out, Instagram would be like, "Oh, we're banning you
already,"
and I wouldn't even post anything. And I was like, "Come on, people are posting way harder things than I am." So then I abbreviate it, and I've been fine ever since.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. You have to figure out a way around it. Yeah. The algorithm.
It's getting tougher out here. I mean, even with X, it's getting hard out here because new leadership, new rules. I know Elon Musk is not like, oh, we're not going to censor people, but his investors do.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it is.
Money talks.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's bad too. It's so tough because like the Instagram world, it broke one of the terms of service. Well, which one? Well, it's kind of this gray area one that, like, come on.
It's one that we just made up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a YouTube channel. I had like 50,000 followers on it, and I would do like sports, media, and I touched on a topic that was like conspiracy theory, and they shut it down.
Really?
Didn't even tell me. They were just like, "Boop, we're done." So I have things on YouTube, but it's like very sparse.
Yeah.
Because I much rather like do a Roku channel or a streaming channel. I just think YouTube's not going anywhere. It's the biggest streaming television network on the planet.
Yeah.
So
But
it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but it is very strict, and we have the show is on YouTube podcasts, and it pops up regularly because of it could be a background acoustic like outcut, and they're like, well, that's a copyright infringement. You're slapped.
Right.
You're this.
Right.
And I'm like, guys. So and I know quite a few people that have been like, look, we'll do Roku, or Rumble came up at one point.
Rumble, yeah. Rumble's good though. I mean, it's a lot more laid back than YouTube.
Yeah.
Like you pay for banks of music and beds and everything like that, and sometimes even those get slapped with the copyright, and then you have to dispute it, and you're like, I pay for this. Yeah. There should be no reason. Even on Facebook, you have to deal with that as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
always something.
Yeah. How long have you guys been doing the show?
So we are, this past week was episode 231. So it's been about 4.5 years now. Mm-hmm. Never expected it when we started. We said, hey, we had a friend that came to us and said, hey, you guys should do a show. We were working for a company at the time.
Mm-hmm. It started from us being on his show.
Yeah, it was his show, but then we were working for a company at the time. We were just doing internet written interviews, and the company no longer exists now due to some terrible, disgusting posts on social media by the owner.
Wow.
So, and it was a pretty legit company. They had their own award show within the industry.
Wow.
And, pretty nice sized booths within Exoticas and at AVN. And the owner definitely hit a very racist connotation on some social media.
You're gonna have to let me know who it is offline, because now I'm curious. Now I'm just like,
his wheels are turning now.
Who is this? Because a couple pop in my head, but I'm just like, maybe that's not it. So
we focused on tattooed female performers.
Okay.
So some people may be like, oh, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. And again, so we met a lot of people within the industry, and then this friend who had a podcast for a lot of years, Dick Dangle.
Okay.
He had said to us, you guys ought to do a show. So My first take was, what's it going to cost me?
With that voice, why not, right?
Yeah, I said, what's it going to cost? And then we actually did an episode, as Mrs. said, on his show on swingers.
Okay.
And we had a discussion, and he came back and he's like, yeah, I got a pretty good response.
That's
So
great.
we said, all right, let's do it. We went to we were at an Exotica. We did some interviews, and we literally kicked off with, hey, we were at Exotica, and here's some short interviews, and haven't
you
looked
just
back.
you just randomly went up to people and said, "Hey, you want to interview or want to do a street take or something like that?"
Yeah. So the way we've gone about it at conventions, we've tailed it as the dip your toes in the tub segment.
Okay.
And that is the only time we have scripted questions.
Okay.
And we have 10 just short, really kind of, fun, lighthearted, but more personal questions, not industry based.
Okay.
So we'll ask about foods. We'll ask about, what's a playlist on your, on a road trip, like a little bit more personal, but fun, loving, relaxed questions.
On the spot interview questions are hard to do, even for regular media outlets. Like they're like, go do on the street interviews. They're hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
And
why
just
we
in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we script is those 10. And we have a blast. We did some at AVN this past year. We do them at all the Exoticas. And we have performers now that when they see us, they're like, whoa, you got to get over here. We're recording because we got to know what your questions are this time because they're always fun.
That's excellent.
So
how was AVN for you last AVN? Are you guys going this year as well?
We hope to go. It was our first time getting out there this past year, and it was
it was crazy.
Yeah,
It's always an experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done a lot of AVNs, and I've seen it go from. It was at Resorts World. It was at the Virgin.
yeah.
I mean, it was at the Virgin this last year.
This past year,
It was at the Hard Rock. I think having it at the Hard Rock has been the best time. And then they destroyed the Hard Rock and then rebuilt the Virgin.
Yeah. Well, now they're rebuilding the Hard Rock on the Strip.
Yeah.
So, and we know people that went to Resort World, and Resort World's a tough location for everything.
I think the owners of Resort World didn't understand what they were getting. And then when we all got there, they were like, oh my God, this is what we signed up for. Because people were getting like $1,000 tickets for like indecency, like if you didn't have pasties on, and they were not playing around. They would kick big stars out, and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
This is an adult entertainment convention.
Yeah. This is what this is about.
And you're in Vegas. Come on.
And you're in Vegas. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, AVN was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, especially, we had people that recognized us from the show. And
that we had never met. Yeah. It was that they kind of hit home because we had people approach us, performers, and say, hey, and up to that point, we had not shown our faces.
Yeah, we had just started showing our faces.
Yeah. So and we had the opportunity to meet people that had been on the show that we've interviewed like we are right here on Zoom, but never met because they're West Coast based. And it was, and it was awesome. It was just great to have that experience. And, I love Vegas. I'm a fast paced, high energy person.
Are you in Vegas or LA?
So we're based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So going out there to Vegas, I love it. Now we were there for 8 days. That's a long time in Vegas.
Vegas is a 2-day town. I love Vegas. I would love to own a rental home in Vegas, but when the time difference gets you, because I'm from Florida, so I'm like 3 hours behind everybody.
Yeah,
or in front. Yeah.
We're in that same time. We're in this right there with you in that same time zone. So coming back, it was like, and we came back during the big major snowfall. We came back to Pittsburgh to 18 inches of snow.
I could see that. That's Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I used to be from Indianapolis, so I get it. I understand weather. And I mean, Florida doesn't have many seasons. It's just hot, and then you get a couple of months where it's like, okay, I can deal with this, but I do miss the seasons.
Yeah, we've looked at that. I had an opportunity to take a job out in Vegas, and I'm like, nope, Florida. Like my parents lived in Florida for a long while. Her father and stepmom were in Florida, and I'm like, nah, I can take it in little doses, but it's too hot for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a guy from north of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I came down to Florida is because a news company offered me a job. And I was like, I really needed a job. And they were like, oh, we'll pay you this amount of money every month. And I was like, sign me up, because I really needed a job. And I was using my degree. And I was like, yep, I'll do it. And then it just kind of stuck.
Nice.
So.
Cool. So your story, you got in the industry back in what, 2010, 2012?
Yeah, it was like 2010. I answered. So the way I got into the industry is kind of funny. Is I got to Orlando, and I was looking in the newspaper, and I came across this ad: adult videographers wanted for a trade event.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, adult videographers. What does that even mean? I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I can shoot a camera. So I applied for it and got picked for the job. Well, it turned out it was FetishCon
Okay.
Oh, geez.
in Tampa, and I didn't know anything. I was just like, all right, cool. They were
A Midwest guy in Florida with a camera. Here we go.
And I was just like, sure. I mean, I work for a news station. I can cover things. It's fine. So a law firm actually hired me to do it. It was not just me. It was several people to do interviews, cover the event and everything. And while I was there, these models kept coming up to me and being like, are you a producer? Are you a new producer? And I was like, yep, I am now. And I had business cards printed up like that weekend while I was at the show. So I could be like, yeah, this is who I am. And I learned from being in that convention, I learned all the legal aspects of being in the industry, something that I did not know from not being in it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow, that's a heck of a story. That's a newspaper article. Yeah, I can run a camera. Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
I was excited. Like when I figured it out, I mean, it was cool. I mean, girls were cool. I mean, it was just an eye-opening experience. What are you supposed to do? I mean, you see people getting trampled on. You see guys getting drug around by a collar, like on all fours. And I'm just like, okay, that's a bit different, but different strokes, right?
Different strokes for different folks. And the thing is, that's back, we're talking that 2010 time frame,
yes,
which that really, again, someone coming from the Midwest, even from our standpoint, as we sit and talk, when we were in the swingers lifestyle back in that time frame, there was a very hard separation between swingers and that fetish BDSM kink community.
Absolutely.
So we didn't really have a lot of touch and knowledge on that side of the lifestyle either.
Yeah, no, I agree. When I first got in the industry, I was talking to a producer, and he was like, oh, our DP. And I was like, oh, so you have a director of photography, right? That's not what that means in porn. And I was just like, oh, who's your DP? And he kind of looked at me like, what are you talking about? And for those of you who don't know, it's called double penetration. That's the scene he was actually shooting that day. And I was so new to the game that there's different phrases for mainstream and porn. You have to learn how to. Coming from mainstream is not the same thing as how you shoot porn. It's different. You have to kind of learn how to shoot porn.
And the world of OnlyFans has really let some people understand that.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, there's different angles you need, different looks you need. What do you guys think of OnlyFans?
And we're on it. We use it for research, air quotes, on, guests. It is, I think it's a great platform for some of the performers to get a name out there or make
Absolutely.
residuals, to be able to do things in between full shoots. It
Yeah.
has definitely flooded the industry.
Yeah, it made. I remember when I joined the industry, I actually had to dig to try to get into the industry, right? Like other people, other models were like, "Oh, I had to." When you go on old membership site and they're like, "Oh, become a model." I have friends that were like, "Oh, they submitted a model request and that's how they got into the industry." OnlyFans kind of made it more accessible to get into the adult entertainment industry.
Sure. Yeah, it opened the door for people that maybe wanted to dabble or
Yeah.
people who just wanted to experiment amongst themselves. We know there's a lot of lifestyle people that are like, hey, guess what? We're swingers and we like to have sex. Well, we always have cell phones or something.
Yeah.
So why the hell not? Let's see if we can make a couple bucks off of what we're already doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I agree, 100%.
Yeah. So again, it has been positive, and you see people come and go.
Yes.
Performers come and go, and as long as it is done consensually and law-abidingly,
Yeah,
more power to you. Technology has changed a lot of things.
absolutely.
Why
I mean,
not?
on OnlyFans, they put like cooking shows on there now. I mean, there's other things than just adult stuff. They're
Yep.
trying to branch out into mainstream shows now, and I
Well-
think that's pretty cool.
And they're trying to recover that because essentially it
Yes.
started out they wanted to be music and that, and then when the pandemic hit, it just became full-fledged. Oh, you hear OnlyFans, all you're thinking about is it's porn.
Yeah,
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 yep. It's Twitter you have to pay for.
yeah. Basically, yeah. No, I agree with that 100%.
So,
But
in your back then in the early time, you started out and it was what Royal.
So it was Royal Empire Productions. And then people are like, "Oh, that's so long. Why don't you change it?" And then I went by Royal Empire Media, and I was trying. The reason why I picked the name is I was trying to build an empire. That's my thinking.
Nice.
I was like, I wanted to come up in the industry, and so back then I used to shoot with Sadie Santana a lot. She was like my it girl. Her and I were just good friends. I mean, back in those days, she offered to blow the Lakers if they won all the Lakers. And TMZ picked that up.
I remember, I do remember that.
And so, yeah, she used to go to all the games. She's since retired, but she was I used to go to all the Exoticas, all the AVNs. I would have booths there. It was definitely a hustle.
It is, but you work hard, you play hard.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I should say that this is my first interview. Like, Lainey got me this interview, and this is my very first interview as a client of hers.
Oh,
so
good.
I'm excited about that.
good. So as that progressed, did you have at that point, what was your vision or your thought of? You said you wanted to create an empire, but what was the true vision? What did you see in the future with?
Honestly, I just wanted to make enough money where I could, if I wanted to go out to eat or I wanted to buy a car, I had the money and I didn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
And that's really all I wanted to do. I like to invest my money into real estate. So I wanted to be if I wanted to buy a house, I automatically had the cash. I was always thinking about financial security. What if I'm getting cash here? How can I invest it to help me get it back? So that's what I was always thinking about back then, and I still am.
And that's great business owner mentality. I mean, to have that,
Because if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense.
That's it. Time is money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been in sales for a long time. So
Yeah.
guess what? Time is money. My time is worth X amount. If
Yeah.
it's not, then it's time to move on somewhere else.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So after the car accident and all of that just dramatic stuff,
Yeah.
you rebranded.
Yeah.
And
So,
go ahead.
no, keep
What
finish.
I was going to say. So, can you kind of, what spurred that? Hey, I'm going to rebrand this, and maybe go in a different direction or do something different.
Are you a fan of Bar Rescue?
John Taffer.
Yeah, John Taffer. I'm a big bar Rescue fan. And he says when you own a bar, every 7 years you need to rebrand and make it feel new and interesting and everything like that. Well, I was like, I'm just coming out of having 2 neck surgeries. I had a couple other surgeries, and I was like, I need to rebrand because a lot of people only thought I shot X content.
Sure.
And I wanted to rebrand and be like, I shoot more than just this particular scenes and these people. So I was like, what can I rebrand to? And I was trying to think of a catchy name, and I was like, okay, what's catchy? And I was like, okay, Freaky. What can go with that? And then the horror movie Freaky came out with Vince Vaughn, and I was like, that's kind of serendipitous right there. And then I was like, girl, because I'm into girls. And then I was like, media. So I put it all together, and now we're Freaky Girl Media.
Nice.
So
And it's funny that you bring up that and rebranding after 7 years and just Bar Rescue, because that is totally accurate. It's kind of, you always need to be thinking ahead. I'm a chef by trade. I have a degree in culinary arts.
Cool.
And I literally, during the day, I do restaurant consulting myself and sales. So, but if you always have to be gaining more customers, because you have customers today. Those customers today are eventually going to die off one way or another.
Right. Exactly.
So how are you gaining newer followers, newer customers? Well, you got, in this world, especially an adult, there is something for everybody.
Yeah.
So why not dabble, which is good for yourself as well, as you kind of grown in the industry.
So I'm trying to give people more of an experience. So I want them to join the site, but I'm not just offering like adult content. I'm offering interviews. I'm offering like experiences. I'm offering, I want to actually like produce television shows with adult people. So we'd have episode 1, episode 2. I mean, of course, you'll have the standard stuff, what people want to join, but I feel like experiences is the next thing to get ahead. People want that connection, those in-person experiences. And I think that's where the industry kind of falls short. And I'm trying to figure out how to branch the gap from my site to them, so to give them personal experiences with their favorite models.
And that right there, when you had asked earlier our thoughts on OnlyFans, there are definitely some performers that we've talked to and said, look, we try to generate that personal touch with the lives or with the messaging, because customers want to feel that
connection.
Hey, exactly, the connection. But if there's a television station that you're able to get on and do, then why not? Well, here you are. Right there is what you're trying to develop.
Right.
Right. And I could see some shows and stuff. I know we just started watching some stuff on OFTV.
I didn't know they had that in OFTV. Is it on Roku or is it on
literally
their own app?
No, so I just pulled it up on their website, OFTV.com. And like there is the second season of a show right now, and it's all performers. It's set in Miami, and it's essentially their sport fishing. And it's a competition of sport fishing.
Yeah.
And there's no nudity. There's
Okay.
no sex. There's nothing. But it's essentially a game show.
Yeah.
And,
And that's what I would want to produce on my website. I want to do game shows. I want to do mystery shows. I mean, I want to dive into all sides of the industry. I mean, there's some dark sides of the adult industry, just like there's dark sides of the mainstream industry. I'm actually shooting a documentary about the industry with my business partner, Nadia White.
okay,
And it's
we've had Nadia
Recently too.
she was actually just in Pittsburgh last week. We know that we had talked to her, but she literally, as we interview this, she will be on the episode that launches in 2 days.
Okay, so go check that out. Yeah, she's my business partner.
Okay.
We're shooting for a mainstream platform, so they're going to release it on cable, and then it's going to go on their streaming service. So I don't know how many views it's going to get on their streaming service, but it's going to be worldwide. It talks about, is porn really a health crisis? Because you see this, like Pornhub being shut down in 21 or 23 different states, and you get it, and people are like, oh, adult entertainment is a health crisis. And I that made me curious. I was like, yeah, I'm a producer in it, but is porn really a health crisis, or are people being over exaggerating a little bit?
Yeah. Is it the flavor of the month? Hey, this is what we can go after, because you see that within the industry when it hits that a performer passed away, whether it be from a drug overdose or suicide. Oh, see, look, it's the adult entertainment. No, it's not. Like,
it's the world.
And I had a conversation back. This was about 3 years ago with my father. And he was just like, so now what are you doing online? Like, you said you have this business and, you guys are traveling. And I said, look, we're producing a podcast. This is, and I said, it's about the adult entertainment industry. I said, and normalizing it. And it was actually right after a performer friend had sent our son a birthday present. And it was just a signed photo. It was PG rated. And I'm like, well, she's a friend. And my father made the comment and he said, you just better watch with those people. And I said, whoa, Dad, hold on, time out. And the next day he called me and he said, you know what? I was wrong. He's like, you're absolutely right. What you're doing, he said, they're everyday people. They just have a job just like you do, but it's doing something different.
Right.
He's like, so yeah, you're right. I am sorry. And I said, you know what? At least you said that, because that's what we have tried to portray throughout this whole show.
Yeah.
Is, guess what? They just have the added luxury of people wanting to see them nude. The guys, people want to see their wiener. There ain't nobody paying me thousands of dollars to see my wiener. Hey, okay, fine. It is what it is. But they're lucky enough to have that.
Right.
And
So
people pay for it.
Yeah. In the documentary, we talk about like testing, why 14-day tests? What happens if the industry comes to a disease or needs a production shutdown? How do they deal with that? How do models deal with their personal lives? Like, can you date somebody in the industry? Can you be married in the industry? We try to tackle all these questions. And we try to normalize it, or we try to make civilians understand about the industry so it's not so judged.
Exactly. And that's the biggest goal that we've tried to have. It shouldn't be judged. Yes, testing is important. Yes, we've been at Exoticas when they've put down a stop shoot.
A production hold,
Yeah, there's been a production hold. It's like, oh shit, but you know what? It's for the safety of all.
Yeah.
We talk a lot with every performer that we have on the show. One of the biggest things that we bring up with every one of them is mental health. And hey, how do you balance your mental health and your well-being off camera?
Yeah. So
because it's important.
Pineapple Support. We've actually talked to Pineapple Support. They're mental health services in the industry. They hook people up with a therapist, with medications that they need. If they need to go see doctors, they help them do with all that. This is stuff that the general public doesn't know about the industry. Everybody, they always think we're all drug addicts and sex addicts, and that's it. But there are hardworking, everyday people in the industry.
Without a doubt. Yep. And good, genuine people. When we started this show, we never expected to have some of the true friends that we have made in this industry. Like
some of the truest friends, honestly.
Yeah. It's like, look, just like in the swingers lifestyle, it's like, guess what? They're sexual positive, they're open, they're understanding, and we have big name performers within this industry that we can pick up the phone and call now and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? We can bullshit. Hey, we're going to be around. We're going to, because we're just talking about normal shit.
Yeah.
And that is what is some of the positives. You know, it's a family, and we feel like we've been part of that family, and people outside that are just watching it do not see that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, Nadia, speaking of Nadia White, I've known her for like 15 years now.
Okay.
And like, I've always wanted to do something with her. Like, I just connected with her when I first met her. Like, she was one of the very first people I got to work with in the industry. And then from there, we just kind of grew a friendship and then a relationship. And we were just like, yeah, I want to work with you. So we do adult stuff, but we also do mainstream stuff as well.
Nice.
I pitched the documentary to her, but I was like, it will be better if you're attached to it because everybody knows you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yep.
I mean, I have a reputation. People know me, but this is Nadia White we're talking about. She's a superstar.
Yeah. And not to downplay anything, but people know female performer names.
Absolutely.
And
that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I want her to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
I want her to get the clout.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that is awesome. So we will have to keep an eye out for that, because to be able to see that and to promote it when it hits, you know, we will definitely make sure that there is a promotion and a conversation on the show.
Yeah. When we get off recording, I'll let you know the network. I'm just not sure if they want me to say it, or I would have been like, oh yeah. So after we're done recording, I'll let you know the actual network.
Awesome. So with Freaky Girl Media now, what adult content is a focus?
I like to focus on everyday guys, like scenes with everyday guys that people can get behind. Like, you know, back in the day, there used to be like people working out. We have all sorts of body types nowadays. And I have people that come up to me and they're like, I really like that scene because I could visualize me being in it, you know, me being able to get this girl and, you know, things like that. So that's the kind of production I like to do, is everyday guys, like the underdog kind of, if you will, you know.
But we've had that conversation before. That is something that never really was. And you do see a little bit more of that now, where it's, hey, you know what? It's not about the six pack, and you know what? A dad bod is okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I work out a lot, but I'm not like, I walk like two hours a day. So I'm not in the gym because of all my accidents and everything like that. I can't get in the gym and start lifting weights, but I can do cardio. I can walk. I can keep myself maintained.
Sure. Sure. And it's funny because we say, like, in the swingers lifestyle, you know, we'll get an email from a guy and he's like 6-pack gym guy and everything. And she's like, nah, that's not my thing. She's like, I have no attraction to the gym guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good. Thank gosh. That saves me.
You remember back in the day when studios used to have like contract guys and stars, and they were that thin put together body type and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people think of when they think of porn. But I think we're coming away from that now. That it's more inclusive with body types.
Sure. Yeah. And again, it has the whole industry is changing because you do see more of the BDSM and the kink.
Yes.
We've had guests on the show. You see more trans out there.
Absolutely.
The body types, it's not what it was back in the 90s where it was fake breast, thin, blonde hair or dark hair women. Tattoos are starting to be more accepted. There was a time where it was, you got a tattoo, you either cover it up or you're not getting shot.
I mean, even the women that are in the industry now, there are more that are 40 and above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ages are extending.
Yeah.
I think people are just more open now. Usually, you're like when back in the day, it was 18 to 25. And once you hit 25, you were shot out.
Yep. You were gone.
All the big companies. And back in those days, there were more porn companies. There were like 60 mainstream porn companies. But with the internet and companies getting smaller, it just has changed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, drastically. And even the number, as we said, now I forget who it was. And it may have been Tommy at Exotica when he did his seminar. Like, you look back in the 90s and the beginning of the 2000s, there were maybe 100 female performers.
Yeah.
Now there's thousands.
Yeah.
Because you look at the OnlyFans, the Loyal Fans, the My Free Cams. So now that pool is an ocean of people out there doing this in one way or another. So, and when you look at that, again, you are across the board in body shape, in skin color, in everything. There's something for everybody.
Absolutely. Everybody likes something different. That's one thing I've learned in this industry. You got to be very open-minded.
Sure.
I mean, when I told you that story, it was 2010. So I'm a small town guy coming from Indianapolis, just getting thrown into this industry. But now I'm just like, oh, that's a Monday night.
yeah, exactly. So you talked when we were talking earlier, you had talked about going to Exoticas and to AVNs and things. So does Freaky Girl Media have any plans for Exoticas throughout the end of this year? AVN, XBiz?
So we will be there. I don't know if I'm actually going to have a booth, but I will be walking around. I know we're going to make it to the Exotica Jersey.
Okay.
Because I think Exotica Jersey is the best show, hands down.
It's Jersey and Chicago. They're head to head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Personally, I like Exotica better than AVN, and here's why: is because Exotica, you need one ticket. They do events at the host hotel, and you're in, right? AVN, you need this ticket, you need that ticket, you need a ticket to walk the red carpet, you need this, and I just think they're doing too much, and it's expensive. Like for an industry pass, last year it was $645. And I think, I mean, I understand it. They have to make their AVN isn't as big as AVN once was. No. The way they make money is through that show.
Sure.
They have to make their money somehow. And I get it. I think they should have an industry pass that's cheaper and then sell it to the fans. And like with media companies and everything, they should get the industry pass as well.
Well,
right. What's bringing the fans in if you don't have the performers and everything there?
So you get the performers in, and I know. So we did have media passes this year. So that was media passes. We had no financial on that.
Okay,
that was just
good.
That was just to the expo.
Just to the expo.
Yeah.
We
You didn't go to the award show?
So we applied for the award show red carpet, and they only had like, I think they said like 8 passes for that. So we didn't go to the award show. We actually stood on the red carpet right before they went in.
Okay.
And did that for the award show. And then we didn't do the show. We literally, I think we went and grabbed dinner, and then we came back and hung out at the Virgin and gambled a little bit. And then we had a few friends that were there. They came out. We hung out. We had some drinks. We smoked a cigar and hung out afterwards after the show was over.
The award shows are cool. Don't get me wrong. It's worth seeing once or twice. The opening acts are always the best. Like the comedian will come out, and then the opening act. I remember when Flo Rida was performing there, and then Lil Wayne was, and I was on the floor, and
nice.
I was with a friend of mine, and he was like, "Everybody, come on stage!" And I was like, "Oh, okay," getting ready to come up on stage, and he grabs me. My friend grabs me. He's like, "Not you. You're the wrong sex." I was like, because I'm a hip hop fan, and I was like, "Okay, I'm coming up there.
I'm in
there." He just said everybody. But
nice. Yeah, and it was one of those. I'm like, all right, you know what? We're kind of the first time here. We experienced the whole AVN. We got kind of the layout. And I'm like, next year, maybe, early on, we'll grab tickets and go to the show.
I mean, everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Vegas, but everything in Vegas is expensive. Like just for AVN weekend, like I always stay at like Alexis Park.
Okay, yeah.
Literally, you could
It's
like
right
walk
next door.
across,
Yeah.
You can walk across the street. You're not having to pay. They don't have a casino rate.
They have the resort fee.
Fees and everything like that. So it's like when you check in, they're gonna bill your card $100 a day for where you're gonna stay on top of your rate for the hotel. So a lot of people when they get to Vegas, they don't know that. So they're taking $1,500 out just for the resort fee.
Yep. And the thing
incidentals.
And the thing is, the resort fee. You're there in January. The pools aren't open or anything, so it doesn't. Now, so this year we stayed at Excalibur.
Okay.
So I looked at the Alexis Park, but I might have a slight gambling vice here and there, and
Slight.
Yeah. So I started looking around, and I had enough MGM credits.
Oh, even better.
Of the 8 days we were there, I had 5 nights comped.
Even better.
So I was like, you know what? We're just going to stay
there.
here. Yeah, I was like, hey, if they're giving me 5 comp nights, and literally it was like $20 a night for the other 3, and then the $45 resort fee.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
like, okay, we made out in this deal. But it's funny because the Alexis Park was literally the first thing I saw that came up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this doesn't look like a bad place. It's right there. Maybe we stay here.
It's not great. I mean, I stay at Alexis Park because it's right there, but it would not be my first choice if I was going to Vegas.
We did have a few people. They were like, hey, it's right there, but it's definitely not the best.
It is it's cold in there. I mean, there's a lot of things I could complain about, but I usually don't rent a car when I'm in Vegas.
And there's no need to. Yeah.
The problem is when you go to AVN, when you've done AVN as much as I have, you don't want to just stay at AVN. For you guys, it's new, it's exciting. You want to be there. You want to be at the parties. But man, I remember going to Shy Love's hotel parties. Or I meant going to the white parties. And I do like going to the white parties. I will let you know. Last white party, I went there because Sexy Red was supposed to perform. And then she got replaced by Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, Wiz.
And I saw him at the white party. And he was like sitting there with a bunch of girls. And I walked up to him and I was like, can I get a photo? And his security definitely shot that down. Yeah. But I was like, you got to shoot your shot.
You got to try. Yeah, Wiz is a Pittsburgh guy. He's from here.
Yeah.
So yeah. We've seen him a few times around the city.
Yeah, black and yellow.
Yeah, that's it.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
So, but everybody just wants to be at the convention. I'm just like, all right, we can do the convention, but let's go take it a magic show. Let's go see Chris Angel. I mean, we don't have to just do AVN.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy the city while you're there. And that's why we flew in on Monday morning. Did we fly in Monday or Sunday?
Sunday.
We flew in Sunday.
We were there Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah. We left late Sunday night to come back.
Okay.
So it was like,
okay.
And you know what? Monday, Tuesday, we played around. And like you said, you're right. It's expensive.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we'll Uber. And guess what? Being I'm in the food business, I said, we're going off strip to find food.
Yes.
We're eating at cool places off the strip.
Yeah.
As soon as we checked into the hotel, we walked 2 blocks off the strip to the liquor store and bought liquor and beer.
That's the way to do it.
I'm like, look, I'm a Vegas veteran in a way. I know how this game is played.
Yeah. I wash my hands constantly. I'm kind of a germaphobe in that way. I'm just like, I'd much rather fist bump somebody than shake their hands.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm just like, everybody's like, oh, let me shake your hand. I'm just like, no, let me just fist bump you.
Yep.
Because you get sick from AVN. People get the AVN flu, and I'm just like, who has time for that? So
Yeah. Hey, it's funny. People talk about that. I got it from Exotica one year.
yeah,
People had talked about it. I'm like, nah, I don't get sick. Literally, we got back 2 days later. I was in bed, wrapped in a fleece. I was sweating. I was shivering.
Yeah.
It was funny. She took a picture and sent it to one of our friends. And she was like, haha, you got it. Literally
2 days later.
2 days later, she sent a picture and she's like, you're such an asshole. And she was in bed rolled up. She's like, I'm fucking dying. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's no fucking joke.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yep. For 3 days, I laid in bed and sweated and shivered and did nothing but drink water.
Yeah. A lot of my friends, like when we go to the shows, like they like to stay up to like 5, 6 in the morning, and they can go off for like 2 hours of sleep. That's not me. I'm just like, I'll be out till like 3 a.m. and then I'm just like, well, I'm gonna go.
I'll
need
see
to get
you.
some-
Yeah, I'll see you.
I
at
need to get
noon
some
tomorrow.
rest so I can continue being me. It takes a lot of energy to be me. So
I'm sure. Now, and I am like your friends. I can run off of 3 to 4 hours of sleep. So in Vegas, I'm just like, all right, I can go back, sleep for 2 hours, get back up, keep going, sleep for another 2.
yeah.
Like that's just I'm wired that way. She's
When I was
just
younger,
like,
I
it's time to
could.
go to bed.
I'm
Yeah,
exactly
I'm just
the
like, nah.
opposite.
Yeah, I'm just like, you guys have fun. I'll see you guys in the morning. Let me know what I missed.
Yeah.
See, I'm more of a like it's 3 a.m. and maybe I'll see you at noon.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when I mean, I'll see you in the morning. It's like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Then we're going to roll out of bed.
Yep. Well, she did that last year at Miami Exotica. We did Miami Exotica last year.
Okay.
It's not a crazy busy show.
No.
It was definitely fun. We spent more time hanging out just with industry friends.
Right.
That's what was great about it. And the one night we had 2 friends danced at one of the clubs in downtown.
Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, can you guys?" We're like, "Yeah, we'll come and support you." So we went down. It was a group of us, and it was one of those realizing points for us too, because there were 2 Uber XLs. I rented one, and one of the guys from Exotica got the other one, and we all piled in and went in. We walked through everybody to the VIP area and sat down, and they had liquor and they had food and hookah and everything. And we're sitting on a couch, and I looked to my left and I looked to my right, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm sitting in this club surrounded by big name performers. We're sharing drinks, passing hookah around, loving
In the
life.
VIP area.
In the VIP area. This is great.
Yeah.
It was 3:45. She went to the bathroom and sent me a text, and she was like, "Hey,
When can an Uber get
when
here?
can an Uber get here?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's almost 4 a.m. already."
Yeah. I do like hookahs, though. Hookahs are a lot of fun.
That was my first experience with it. I'm a cigar smoker,
Yeah.
and I was just like, it kept kind of getting past, and I'm like, "Oh, what is this?" And it was, "No, it's good." And I'm like, "Okay, so." I'm like, "What the fuck? I'll give it a try." And she's like, "Hell yeah." And I'm like, All right, we had a blast.
Yeah,
It was good.
it's a lot
I
of
enjoyed
fun.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, Vegas, you can meet a lot of friends. If you ever get a chance to go to the Haunted Museum, Zach Baggins Haunted Museum, go.
Okay.
It is awesome. Like, to do the full experience, it's like $150, right? And I was like, man, I'm going to drop $150 on this thing. I'm not going to get my money's worth. No. If you don't drop the money, they have two, basically a VIP one and a general mission one.
Yeah.
And they'll make you do the general mission, but you miss all the good stuff.
Okay.
So you're just like, it's like 2.5 hours, and you go through the whole museum. They don't let you take your phone in there, take photos or anything
Yeah.
like that. But it is so much fun.
Nice. Well, I will. If you have never done the Mob Museum,
I wanted to do that last year.
it is awesome. So we did it 2 years ago. We were out there with our son for vacation, but we didn't do the speakeasy.
Okay.
So they have a speakeasy in the basement.
Okay.
And they serve prohibition style cocktails and some food, and it's really cool. You can either go in through the museum, or there is a door on the outside after the museum closes. On their website, you get the password, and it works like a speakeasy.
That's
and you
cool.
knock, they swing open the slide. What's the password? The cocktails were good. They were not Vegas priced.
No.
Right.
It was a cool show, theatrics. The
That's
food
cool.
was good. We went down there with a few industry friends, and we had a blast.
There are a lot more industry people in Vegas than people realize, because the cost of living in LA is so much.
It's insane.
And you're only like 4 hours away, so you can just drive to Vegas or drive to LA and then drive back.
Yeah.
Or get a hotel room for the night.
Yeah, and we've even talked to some friends that are out there too, and they're like, "Look, you can get like a $50 flight,
Yeah.
$50 or $80 flight from Vegas to LA." But yeah, Vegas is starting to become a hotbed for industry, and there's more production companies moving out there as well.
Well, Mark Wahlberg wanted to put a $50 million production studio out there. I think he's still trying to do it, but there's a lot of red tape when you try to do that kind of stuff.
I'm sure.
So you got to get past the red tape, but that's why he moved to Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I love it out there, but so
They're always doing construction out there. They're never done.
no, no, not at all. I mean, her sister lives out in Henderson, so like we've been
Okay.
out there, and like they were years and years ago, they were the last housing complex.
Okay.
Before on your way out to Boulder and to the Hoover Dam. Now there's like 6 more of them out.
Okay.
They just keep expanding. So yeah,
So I wanted to bring up something. So
Yeah.
the next thing that's going on with Nadia and I, so we're starting our own platform. It's called Freaky Girl Media Studios.
awesome.
And under that, it's going to be Freaky Girl Media and her site.
Okay.
And you were talking about OnlyFans, clips for sales, mini vids, loyal fans. And the only thing I don't really like about those platforms is you don't really get to post what you want. They have rules. And that's why I'm always like, I'm going to build my own. I'm just in that mentality that I'm going to put out the money and I'm going to build my own platform. And the only people that we have to answer to is Visa and MasterCard and their terms and conditions.
Sure.
So Nadia and I this is an exclusive for you. We're having our own platform, Freaky Girl Media Studios, and she's launching a site and I'm launching a site, Freaky Girl Media. And the new site will be it's going to be live here really, really soon. They're building it now.
Nice.
I talk to the builders almost every day, sending them videos. They send me videos back. So I'm very, very excited. Hers is getting built right now.
I think she did mention.
Yeah, she said that there was
Something about-
something. Yeah, she's
yeah.
like, there's something coming. It's going to be good. I'll have to be back on the show and tell you about it. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But her and I are launching our own platform.
Awesome. So, yep, things coming on the horizon, positive things. So you'll be at Exotica, New Jersey.
Yes.
Maybe not at a booth.
Yeah,
but
Nadia will be with me. We'll be walking around, just kind of. We'll probably be shooting. I like to talk to people, like to see people I've met or meet new people. I like going to the meet and greets. They're kind of cheesy, but I like them. That's how the way you really get to meet people in this business is to do the meet and greets.
It's the little things, yeah.
Or at in Vegas, it's all about like the Circle Bar. You can meet more industry people, even if you did not get to go on the showroom floor. Just post up at the Circle Bars, and you could literally meet anybody you want to. Because the later it gets, people are going to be there.
Yeah. That this past year, I know that the farthest back bar at the Virgin, you couldn't get to the bar. It was packed. We walked down around there, and I'm just, as people were going into the after party, I'm
I think
like,
it was the night of the white party, actually.
The white party.
I
met Maitland Ward that night there.
Okay.
And I didn't actually notice her, and a friend of mine is like, "Oh, Maitland Ward's right next to you," and I kind of turned around and I shook her hand. I introduced myself to her.
Nice.
But
yeah, and
cool.
it is. And that's it. You know what? You're there. Quick introduction. Hey, how you doing? Here's my card. Nice to meet you. Whatever. And everybody is very polite, outgoing, and it was such a great time being out there. And again, Exotica is that way as well. We've just gotten to know, we've been going to Exotica now for 8 years.
It's so much better. People are so friendly there. The parties are cool.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to go to, do you remember when they had Exotica in Miami and then they stopped it for a while and they moved it to Denver?
Well, no. So we heard about them trying Denver. They tried Portland and they didn't work.
And then they brought it back to Miami.
Okay.
So, I remember that stuff.
Yep. Well, and they got rid of DC, and I know they did Minneapolis this year. And we definitely heard mixed
reviews.
Yes.
I know Nadia was out there.
Slow.
I've heard that. But it was the first year. The first year they did Denver, it was super slow.
Yeah.
I mean, with any convention, it's going to be slow that first year because just people don't know what it's about.
Yeah.
I really wanted them to go to Indianapolis. I think that would have been a good place for Exotica because not a lot of things like that happen out there.
Yeah, and Indianapolis is centrally located. I mean,
exactly.
you got a big airport. There's room to have it because there's been conversation. We've talked to people about doing something like that in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The problem is Pittsburgh Airport isn't big enough. It's no longer a hub, so it's hard to get here. But when they were looking to move that, the first thoughts were, are they going to go to a Charlotte or an Atlanta?
Yeah.
I could see Charlotte, maybe being a good place for something like that. Now, I know Atlanta this weekend is Eroticon.
Eroticon? I've never heard of that.
This is the first year for it. It is a collaboration between Exotica and Cassidy. It's a lifestyle convention. It's a swingers lifestyle convention. And that is this weekend, and I believe I believe it's in Atlanta or just outside of Atlanta. So I'm waiting to see what the take was on that. Because I know we know some people that are out there and went, but it was definitely a collaboration between Exotica and Cassidy.com.
Okay. You guys remember this old show, LA Erotica? That was before I got in the industry.
No.
But that was a long time ago. LA used to have one. I only think it was 1 year.
Okay.
I flew out from Indianapolis to there because I was like, I want to go check it out. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of fun there.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we know some people that are there, so it's going to be interesting to see how that is. But again, in New Jersey, we look forward to meeting you out there. We will probably do Miami this year because they moved it to December.
Yeah,
and I'm wondering if it'll bring more people in.
Possibly.
At the end of June, it was a little warm. It was a little toasty for us down there.
Do you guys do XBiz?
So we have not done XBiz. We can, but it's just not something that we have done yet. And we know that's coming up here.
Well, it's already passed. In Miami.
Yeah, Miami's passed.
You dodged a bullet in Miami this year. I heard it was I hear a bomb threat was called in and everything like that, and it kind of went haywire.
They're definitely, we heard that as well.
If you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I really want to go to adult show, don't have AVN be your first adult show. I would go to Exotica because you're going to be more included. You're going to get in more access than AVN.
And that definitely, like AVN, there were times we were walking the floor of AVN and we're like, we can't move.
Yeah.
We can't do anything. Like, where are we going? And even, I think we wanted to see Alexis. I think we waited in line probably an hour and a half for Alexis.
Was it
Okay.
Give or take.
Yeah.
For her and Cherie, just to kind of catch up with both of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, man. And yeah, some of the stuff on the other side in that second room, it was like, man, this is insane.
That's when I get like, oh, I need to go outside because I'm going to start throwing elbows and hips and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. AVN's gotten smaller. Like, it used to be huge. It used to be take over like 4 or 5 hotels. Now it's like small.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still big, but you could see how the industry has like shrank.
Yeah.
I remember having a booth at AVN and I'm selling DVDs and somebody a booth away is giving theirs away for free. And I was like, it's hard to compete with free. And I think the way to do that is by experiences, offering different experiences that people are willing to pay for.
Yeah. It's not the same old.
Yeah.
Yep, the same as everybody else.
Yeah.
But well on the way, and the thoughts and the visions you got for what's coming up, it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to eventually have a launch party. I don't know too much information, but we're going to have a launch party about when her site and my site get released. And then we'll be adding more people onto the platform. So when somebody joins our platform, we custom build the website for you.
Okay.
And then you're just responsible for filling it with programming.
Yeah. Yeah, for maintaining and getting your uploads up. Nice.
Yeah. So, and we wanted to try our own little thing, like a different way.
Yeah.
Than just
and why not?
Same old. Exactly.
That's it. That's it. There's something out there for everybody, so make it your way, how you want to do it, and without Big Brother putting restraints on you.
I mean, marketing adult entertainment is hard. I mean, it's basically now by word of mouth. Like, you got to check out this scene. I even have a thing against the tube sites. I mean, what are your thoughts about the tube sites?
Well, and so at the end of every show, the line of pay for your porn is on there.
Okay.
That's like the tube sites. I don't like it's pay for it from who is doing it. Let them monetize their work, their time, their effort that goes into it.
Yes.
That's my take. If you do the work, you should get paid for the fucking work.
No, I agree 100%. I honestly think the tube site should be shut down and we should go back to the golden age of porn when everybody had a membership site and people were actually subscribing to it. That's mine. But I know Pornhub and everything, they get a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And I know they're doing the producer program and the model program, but they're giving us pennies on the dollar.
There isn't much. The monetization factor is very minimal on those.
Yes. Very much so.
Yep. Yeah. So that's always one thing. Again, from being in sales, you should be paid for your work. You get paid for what's going on. If you can go somewhere and find it for free, just stop, go to the main site and pay for it, and show a little respect.
I mean, they're independent creators. These aren't big studios.
Yep.
They're independent people that rely on this money.
Yeah. Yep. They're the ones buying all the equipment, doing the editing, putting in the time and effort.
The problem
show them
is
some love.
Yeah. People steal it a lot. Like, that's the next hurdle you need to attack.
Sure.
Because people put out, you know how on Netflix, like, you can't screen record on Netflix. Well, that's how our site is going to be. You can't screen record or take pictures or anything, because I want to cut down on piracy.
Sure. Yeah. It's huge. And there are companies out there that will go and do, I know there are companies that you can pay them to remove stuff like that isn't licensed, but then you're paying somebody to take down the shit that you should be getting paid for anyway. It's crazy.
Yeah. Most of the stuff that's overseas, though, and they can't touch.
Yep.
So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
So
man, this has been great. We've had a fun conversation, really kind of digging in and learning what we have about you, the visions, the thoughts, really what makes you tick and just keep going. As we wrap up, just one more time, where is the best place for everyone to find you online or on social media?
I'm going to pull that out now. So freakygirlmedia.com will be active very soon. So it's freakygirlmedia.com. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's FGM 4.0. So it stands for Freaky Girl Media 4.0. The only reason it's 4.0 is I've been shadow banned and blocked so many times by Instagram. So, and then on Twitter, it's going to be at Freaky Girl Media. So the funny thing is, I had a big media account on Instagram and Twitter, and because everything that they just come through and shadow ban you and take it down.
Take it, yeah.
So, have you guys had that trouble yet?
So we have been shadow banned. We are shadow banned, but we haven't lost.
Shh, don't.
Yeah, no kidding. Knocking on wood.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah,
no.
Haven't lost.
Don't
We've
finish
gotten
the
warnings from Instagram, and it's always funny because it's like, oh, here's a warning. We took this down, and I look and I'm like, wait a minute. How is this? And I'm like, all right, do I go and hit them back and be like, oh, no, you need to review this, or I just give it away? And I just let it go. It's one of those, do you fight it, do you not? Facebook, honestly, is the same way. We have the business podcast page on Facebook. And we have our Berg Couple Facebook. It's funny as shit because we post like the shows and everything. We'll do the same thing on both. The page is not recommended because it broke terms of service for the podcast itself. But our our personal one is Mr. and Mrs. Berg. Same thing's on there, and nothing freaking got flagged. I'm like, wait a minute here, come on. And it'll say, hey, your page isn't being recommended. It doesn't flow. And then 2 days later, hey, your page is being recommended. And then 2 days later, then it's not. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't even have time to fight anymore. Like, screw it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's just, I'm always like, with Instagram, I'm always like, I'm going to fight you on this. I'm going to fight you tooth and nail. That's probably why they were like, no, you're gone. Because I see people at AVN and they're like, oh, your account got taken down again. Like Lotus Lane, her and I are good friends. And she's like, oh, you lost your Instagram again, didn't you? Because one day she'll be following me and I'll be there, and then the next minute I'm just gone.
Yeah.
So then everybody has to try to follow me again, and that's why I like going to big events. Is because I get all my followers back, and
Yeah.
I meet new friends. So-
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, guys, I can't keep changing the QR code.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, you just keep bouncing into your link tree and changing it again and changing it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Well, again, man, this has been fun. We wish you all the best.
Yeah.
We look forward
Thank
to
you
watching
so
this
much.
grow, and we will definitely be looking for you and Nadia in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
will be there. And we can talk afterwards because
Absolutely.
we throw a little shindig on Saturday night.
Nice, okay.
We throw a little after party on Saturday night. So
Nice.
again, have a good night.
Yeah, I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
If you want to join the site, Freaky Girl Media and Nadia's site, we're offering something different. We're offering the same stuff you would join, but we're offering TV shows, podcasts, documentaries, experiences. So that's freakygirlmedia.com.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And that'll be up and ready real soon, you said, right?
Real soon, within weeks.
Awesome.
Weeks.
Perfect.
Nice.
So
All
just
right.
waiting for credit card billing now, basically. So
Nice. Perfect. Well, again, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
yes, thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having me on.
Well, yeah, as we said, a little bit of conversation on everything. Great insight and experiences as we talked about conventions, as we talked about industry, changes in the industry, life.
Right.
Everything. Such a personable, knowledgeable, honest, fun guy.
I mean, right. Life threw him quite a curveball.
And yeah,
And
one of those adjectives that I didn't use was resilient and just kept moving. I just used a big ass fucking word. Adjectives. I went-
resilient.
I
God.
know. I went back to like my high school years, even before that. So again, we appreciate Lainey and appreciate the opportunity to sit and talk with him. Definitely look forward to catching up and having some conversations in a few months in Exotica, New Jersey. But with that, I think it's time to end this one.
I opened. The close is yours.
That's all, folks. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Berg Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Facebook and Reddit. OnlyFans
No,
is... What's the OnlyFans? There's two of them.
there are.
Did you... yeah, I remember that one. There's two of them. So, there is ours. Is Berg Couple for Fun. But then... Then...
Yes,
Mrs. has her own.
that's right.
Oh. And that is
Mrs. Berg.
all right. So you can catch us there as well. You can hit us up on email, thebergs@inourtub.com.
Right?
Our website is inourtub.com.
Catch us on Free Swap or
Full.
full Free Swap, Full Swap Radio.
mean,
See, you asked me if I remember my
Free
lines.
for all swap. I mean, hey.
on
more the
Full Swap
merrier.
Radio.
Yes. Monday at 9 and Fridays at 1. And hey, keep an eye out on those social medias as well. That's where our travel plans and the upcoming where we gonna be is gonna be. So, with that, remember to pay for your porn. Support all the wonderful, beautiful content creators and performers that we have on this show, that we know within the industry. Take care of yourself, mental health. Do what makes you keep ticking and being yourself. Remember to wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time.
We'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.
That's why I'm